Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. Coming up, what some are calling the best food fight of the year.
Also, what dating app trend is asking girls to say, "Can he fix it?"
All that and more on the way next. It's the RadioU Podcast with Hudson and Allie. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review if you haven't already. Tom Brady. I don't know if you know this, he's a bit of a soccer fan.
Apparently, he's become one.
He's not just a soccer fan, but he's gotten on the trend. It's so trendy if you're rich to co-own a soccer team.
It all started with Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mack.
Mm-hmm. And so Tom Brady co-owns an English soccer club. They're called clubs.
Yes.
Birmingham City. Did I say that right? It's Birmingham?
Yeah.
Here we would say Birmingham, but there they probably say Birmingham. And he was on the Men in Blazers show, which I believe is a soccer podcast, right?
I think so.
Okay. I don't know a lot about soccer, but I do know enough to know that Tom Brady's solution to fixing United States men's soccer is ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous in the sense that it would work.
Yeah.
But it's ridiculous in the sense that he made it seem as if no one knew that this would work. Like, so, obviously this would work. On
the Men in Blazers podcast, Tom Brady said, "We need a young phenom like Lamine Yamal, a young Lionel Messi to take over. And I believe that there will be the most amazing cultural revolution for soccer here in America."
No joke.
If we just had one of the best players of all time that was an American,
right,
all of a sudden American soccer would change.
Yeah, you know how MLS has been growing in popularity ever since Lionel Messi has been playing for FC Miami?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, maybe we should have that happen.
If we just had an American one like that.
Right. Is it FC Miami or is it Inter Miami?
Inter Miami.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know the MLS teams. I don't watch club soccer anymore. I used to watch Premier League when I was younger because that was all you could watch in Africa. But all I really care about now is international soccer. But yeah, no one has ever thought that this is like mind-blowing because obviously your sport would change if you suddenly had an American player who's one of the best in the world. I obviously that would help.
J.J. Watt covered it pretty well. He quoted it and then he goes, "If only the Wisconsin Badgers had a player like Tom Brady, like prime Tom Brady."
Yeah, that would really help Wisconsin out.
That would revive the program. Yeah, but you can't just make that happen.
No, it's not something that you can fabricate. Like, you can't just force it. It's similar to, how Shohei Ohtani has caused like a revitalization in baseball. A lot of people gaining interest in baseball that never would have if Shohei hadn't come around. Right. When you have a big mega star that's a worldwide star, that's going to help your sport a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and obviously change the fortunes of your team.
Right.
And but you just specifically with international soccer where you have a national team,
right,
you are confined to who you can have on the team. The United States can only have Americans.
Right. And
so we're confined to having the best American players there are. And if we can't have a generational talent, which only a few countries are fortunate enough to get every generation, then what are you supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do? And also, it's really hard for Americans to compete with these other countries where their kids are playing soccer, competitive soccer from a very young age for their entire lives. And then, you move up the ranks as you get better and better, and you become you become a standout. For us, we have a lot of other sports competing for our kids' attention.
Yeah.
A lot of parents, they may sign their kids up for soccer, but it's not very competitive. It'll be more just casual soccer.
Yeah.
And so the pool of players that you're pulling from is getting smaller and smaller the more they play as they get older, because they'll start switching to playing baseball or softball or basketball. And that's not really the case in the rest of the world where soccer is the main deal.
I think it is changing in the United States where more and more kids are growing up because it's partly where you're if you are a great athlete, you can choose in a way, when you're younger and you're really good and middle school, high school, you can, trust me, I know, you can choose which sport you're going to go into,
right.
and then
and you should play multiple, by the way,
specialize in that. And so for the longest, like, because football was bigger here and baseball for most of America's history of having sports were the bigger sports, and then basketball too. If you're a great athlete, you're more likely to choose that than soccer.
Yeah.
Now I think kids are more into soccer. And you see a lot of kids like wearing soccer jerseys.
It's definitely growing.
Their dream is more to be a soccer player than quarterback as opposed to previous generations.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of catching up to do where in almost every other country, soccer is almost across the board what they're going to dream of playing growing up. And so if they're a great athlete, that's what they're going to do.
Right. That's their entire focus, and they're going to spend hours and hours and hours playing it with their friends and, just studying the game. Because often when I hear young kids here in America that talk about soccer and like play soccer, they don't watch soccer. Mm-hmm. Now, you're talking about international kids. They watch it, and they watch it religiously. Mm-hmm. And so that helps you as you gain more knowledge about the game as you watch the best play it. And so, that's not everything, but that's certainly going to help. So, yeah, America's still catching up to that, and I think eventually it will get there. There's a large population here in the United States, mm-hmm. so there will be big stars that come outside of, that come from the U.S. that will play in other, big leagues. We've seen that before. Christian Pulisic, I think, is one of the big examples I can think of.
Right.
But, to find a mega star like Lionel Messi, not exactly easy.
Yeah, it's not. I don't even want to say I hope that the United States gets that star because I don't want the United States to be good at soccer.
Yeah, I don't know if it ever will be on the same level as like England or, the other places where soccer is the main deal.
Yeah, how could we ever compete with Brazil and Germany?
Right, because it's just like we have so many other sports that a lot of money gets poured into, mm-hmm. and soccer's just not on that list. Like it's there, it's growing for sure, but it's just not at the top, and I don't know if it ever will.
Yeah, and like I've always said, just let other countries just have it.
Yeah,
we have so many things.
We have so many things that we're good at that we win championships in all the time.
You grew up in Zambia. It would mean so much more to Zambia to even have like a World Cup appearance than for the United States to win the whole thing. We don't care.
I mean, I think for the men's team to win the whole thing, that would be huge because they've never done it. Mm-hmm. But just literally, some of those African countries, as you pointed out, just to make it is a huge deal.
So just let that be other countries' thing. We don't have to have everything.
We don't need to have everything.
People are outraged at a zoo in Denmark. 8772 Radio U after the zoo asked for people to donate their pets. And you're like, so what? They don't have enough animals there. They wanna like show dogs and rabbits at a zoo. No. They want to feed your pets to their zoo animals.
Crazy.
This is why people are outraged. Where the zoo in Denmark, the Aalborg Zoo, has asked for people to donate their healthy, or in some ways healthy, but towards the end of their life pets, for them to be humanely euthanized and then fed to some of the animals that they care for there. And I feel like it's understandable why people's knee-jerk reaction would be, that's a horrible thing.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's really lining up to donate their pets to this zoo to have the thought of like, it's already hard enough when your pet is about to die, mm-hmm. when you have to, maybe put your pet down. Mm-hmm. It's already hard enough to say goodbye. But to add on that now your pet is going to be turned into food mm-hmm. for another animal, like that's just not a great feeling.
Well, I thought about that too. But then I saw that they mentioned horses, and I'm like, who would have a problem donating a horse? Right?
I mean, I I don't know who would though.
I feel like farm people are a little more callous towards, like a pig, a cow. Like, if you do 4-H or whatever after the fair, like that thing.
Yeah, that's a little different.
That's being turned into food for you and your family in many cases.
That's a little bit different with pigs and cows and goats and things like that, where those are more regularly used as food.
Mm-hmm.
But
for people.
Yeah, but horses and like cats and dogs,
mm-hmm.
I think generally speaking, we agree that those are not.
They're food for somebody. Lions got to eat too. Like, what are they supposed to eat exactly?
I mean, lions aren't eating
tofu?
Cats. They're not eating your house cat.
Oh, I think don't kid yourself. A lion would eat your house cat in a moment if given the chance.
No, I'm not saying they wouldn't. I'm saying they usually don't, especially if you're talking out in the wild. They're eating like gazelles
mm-hmm.
or things like that.
I think that the lion's got to eat something.
Yeah.
And then think about this. What a legendary way to go.
No, it's
not. It is a legendary way to go.
No, it's not.
Not only, I would offer myself to this. This would be so much cooler. Oh, I'm in a box in the ground. He's ashes in an urn.
You have already
he was
shared
fed to a lion.
That you don't care what happens to your body when you die.
No, I do care now. I want to be fed to a carnivore. I want to be fed to a wild animal.
Why?
I don't want to die that way, but but that's not how these animals are dying either.
That seems like it would be a cooler way to go than to be like, all right, he was euthanized and then...
I think I can weakly, feebly die in a deathbed somewhere, but then afterward, but you don't have to tell that part of the story. My kids can go, my dad got fed he was eaten by a lion. And that's the story. That's all the story you need to tell.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
I don't think there's also any guarantee that they could be like, yeah, you just were eaten by the lion. It'd be like, you were eaten by the lion and then by this thing over here.
Is there an animal that they could feed me to that wouldn't be cool?
I don't think
like wolves, lions, tigers.
I don't think getting eaten by an animal is cool.
Any large carnivore would be a cool story. And then your memory lives on. Like, people are going to remember that. They're going to be like, Hudson was the guy that got eaten by a tiger.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know.
How many people do you know that happened to?
I mean, I know some, I don't know them, but I know some stories of people that, got mauled by, I don't know, a lion, a wild dog.
Wrong place at the wrong time.
Or either that, or they were, in a national park and got out of the car when they shouldn't have. Mm-hmm. That's happened before. So, but yeah, I just don't think that this is desirable for pet or person.
I think if your pet is going to, your pet's on its last legs anyways. This is a cool way to send them out.
No, it's not.
It is.
No,
you can take
not.
them to the vet and, borrowing my pet's, the doctor's putting him down. Or you can take him to the zoo and it gets eaten by a lion.
No, thank you.
That's a cool way to end, to sum everything up.
No, it's not.
We have a breast milk ice cream update. 8772 Radio U. I didn't think I'd ever say that phrase. This was sent in to us by someone we know as Car Seat Tim. He emailed the show. He said he found this news. We talked about, this was back during the spring fundraiser, so a few months ago, about a brand that was trying to bring breast milk flavored ice cream to where you could buy it.
Yeah, I think I do remember that, just vaguely.
We had mentioned this. It was a story, but there was not, it was like, we're doing this, but then there was no details.
Yeah.
But now there's details.
No.
Thanks to Car Seat Tim, who sent us this story. The company Frida, which is a baby, they make a lot of products for babies.
Okay.
And Oddfellows is the ice cream company.
Okay.
They're teaming up. And so they have made breast milk ice cream, flavored ice cream. This is not made from
breast
There's
milk.
no human breast milk involved.
Okay, that's good.
It's udder milk, I guess it would be.
Just regular milk.
Yeah, from a cow.
Yeah.
Turned into ice cream, flavored like human breast milk. And it will be available for a limited time at a pop-up location in Brooklyn, New York, but also You can buy this anywhere in the United States at Frida.com.
Okay. Now, I do know a lot of, moms that have breastfed, they've tasted breast milk just to see how it tastes.
I found the story from when we had originally mentioned this, and I can't remember the exact percentage, but that was in there that like a vast percentage of people have tasted breast milk as an adult.
I know my mom, not my mom, my sister, who is a mother, has done that before just to see, you're curious.
Yeah.
What does it taste like?
It's not going to hurt you.
No, it's not. It's not like you're going to get poisoned by it or something. But yeah, she did taste it just to see what it tasted like. So I would be curious if you have done that before. Text in 8772-RADIO-U. What does it taste like? Is it completely different? I'm assuming.
What are the tasting notes on breast milk?
And
it's got to be different from person to person, though, right?
Oh, that's a good point.
Depending on what you eat, I would think it has to affect it.
I don't like.
If you're if you're a vegetarian versus if you're eating like a lot of red meat.
Oh.
If you're eating like a lot of spicy food versus, like not, you're pretty
poor
bland.
Baby,
there's got to be different.
Food.
I think it's got to be affected.
I would imagine. Yeah, you got to be right about that. So
I mean, it's probably mostly the same. But I was thinking this. It was like,
what does it taste like? I have no clue.
No, yeah, many people we don't remember from when we were babies.
No, we definitely don't.
I am not a person who has tried breast milk, so I would be fine. I have no problem tasting this ice cream.
Yeah.
But I would have nothing to compare it to. I wouldn't be able to taste it and go, yep, that tastes like breast milk.
I would just compare it to like vanilla ice cream, I guess, is what I would be comparing it to.
I feel like there's no way it's that sweet.
No.
I feel like it's going to be, I almost feel like this would be bland.
I don't know if it'll be bland, but it just won't be as tasty. I don't know. I just have no understanding, obviously, of the flavor profile of breast milk. So.
Well, they do say that this ice cream will be very healthy for you.
Okay.
Or at least it's going to pack a lot of nutrients in. I mean, ice cream is not typically healthy.
Not healthy at all.
But they say this breast milk flavored ice cream is packed with omega-3s. I feel like that's not normally in ice cream. That's usually in fish or something. And lactose, protein, vitamins, and minerals. That's very vague, but it's all
lactose seems like that would be in regular ice cream too.
And protein, at least a little bit.
Maybe I guess.
And vitamins, obviously, like vitamin D, of course.
Yeah.
I think, doesn't a lot of milk have like B12 added or something like that too?
Maybe.
Is that a thing?
Beats me.
Yeah.
I don't look into
I don't even drink
things.
milk. I don't even drink cow milk. I don't drink any milk. So
I drink chocolate milk, and I like have milk just if I need it to, make something.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I can't say I'm not curious. I can say I don't know if we're going to do this for a food fight because it's $13 plus shipping.
Oh, no,
for like
thanks.
a pint of ice cream.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's got to taste pretty good for that.
And there's no guarantee of it tasting good.
Fox is launching a new streaming service.
Oh, boy.
It's so crazy. We went through a time where every single company was launching their own streaming service.
Uh-huh.
And somehow Fox didn't. Somehow Fox went through that like 5-year period where after Netflix and Hulu were things, then everybody else was like, we need to launch ours too.
Yep.
And Fox stood strong. Or I don't know what happened. But now finally Fox is like, I guess we'll make a streaming service too.
You twisted our arm. We're going to do it.
Yeah. And like to me on first glance, I feel like there's a lot Fox has to offer because they do have a lot of sports, particularly.
Yeah.
That you would want to watch. It's always been frustrating to me when something is on Fox, like Fox.
Yeah.
You can't stream it anywhere easily unless it's part of your cable package or something. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, Fox is a free channel, though. So if you have an antenna, you should be able to watch it.
But what if I'm walking around and Mrs. Hudson is shopping at Bath & Body Works and I'm with her on a Saturday and I want to watch a college football game? How do I get that on my phone?
Yeah. No, I understand what you mean.
Yeah. You couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, I can because I have a cable provider that's like streaming cable, so cable without the cable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean.
But I couldn't just pay Fox directly until now. And so they have put this out. Fox One. It's going to launch on August 21st, which is before college football kicks off. I think that's huge and important. But here's the thing. it's going to cost $20 a month.
Boo!
What? There's no streaming service that costs $20 a month. And you think at Fox you're going to come in and swoop in and charge us more than every other streaming service?
Yeah, honestly, like that's more than the premium ones, like Netflix and HBO Max for like the ad-free side. Yeah, and Hulu as well for ad-free is getting expensive too, and almost $20.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like this is just, it's getting out of hand. And for a new streaming service, completely unproven, you can't come out of the gate charging $20.
You can't.
Who do you think you are?
We've got all these other streaming services that many of us already subscribe to.
Yep.
That already were upset about how the prices keep going up.
And it was a slow trickle process.
Yeah.
They slowly brought the prices up, so they were thinking.
Yeah,
they really did get me with the whole like you didn't know it was coming, you know?
Yeah.
And are you really gonna unsubscribe?
Exactly. Netflix is like, I mean, it's only $1 more a month every 6 months until it becomes like $18 a month or whatever it is.
Right.
Fox thinks that we've lived our entire lives just fine without you having a streaming service, and you're going to come in here and try to charge more than any other streaming service.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Even though, like I said, Fox, to give you credit, you've got a lot to offer. College football, a lot of NFL stuff. The MLB playoffs are going to be on Fox. And that's
a lot of MLB playoff games are on like TBS and TNT,
true.
so you're really not even getting everything. It's not worth the $20.
And what shows are you going to offer? Like the Fox like shows that run on Fox, are on like Hulu or whatever.
I'm assuming they may be.
Are they going to end that?
Pulling that deal?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's sad.
At some point, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Bob's Burgers, but am I going to pay $20 a month so I can watch Bob's Burgers and college football?
That would make me so sad if they remove Bob's Burgers from Hulu.
I know.
It's such a nice comfort show.
Where do they find, how do you have the audacity?
The hubris.
Yes. To come in here and say you have what it takes to charge us more than any other streaming service.
Yeah, this is craziness. Delulu behavior, Fox.
If they charge $15 to start out, I'd be like, that's still a lot.
Yeah.
They're like, you cannot join this streaming service for less than $20.
That's crazy.
No chance.
No, thank you.
I can't do it. Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U. We got some exciting news from McDonald's. We teased this on the show, Allie, but I didn't have all the details, but now it's official. McDonald's is doing a McDonaldland adult Happy Meal.
McDonaldland? What's that?
McDonaldland is where Ronald McDonald and all of his friends live.
Oh,
yeah,
I don't think I've ever heard that.
I think it's like old-timey McDonald's advertising.
Okay.
You know, like something adults would know about.
Well, apparently I'm not adult enough to know that.
Not that adult. McDonald's, they have the McDonaldland meal, which is going to, here's the deal. It comes with a limited edition Mount McDonaldland shake. I thought it was a new Frosty.
Okay.
I had only seen a picture of it. It's a shake inspired by the vibrant blue lava and pink clouds of the mythical McDonaldland volcano.
Okay.
That we all know about.
Yes, that we've all seen.
We're all familiar
it's all in our pop culture vault.
The speculation is that blue and pink, I thought it was going to be cotton candy. Apparently, the speculation that it will be blue raspberry flavored.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't like cotton candy, but even less, I feel like I don't want a blue raspberry milkshake.
Yeah, that doesn't sound
good.
Like the best thing ever.
Nor does it sound very adult.
No,
actually,
it doesn't. That sounds like a kid flavor that like only kids would actually pick.
Yeah.
Adults would be like, "Ew, get away from me." Sorry if you're an adult that likes blue raspberry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I can get behind that.
Then you also get either a quarter pounder with cheese or a 10-piece McNuggets.
Okay.
Which a quarter pounder, that's adult. That's grown up. Also French fries, of course. And you get a souvenir, which includes an exclusive collectible tin. These are like the thin little tins.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like when we had our Christmas party last year.
Oh, the little...
like one of those really tiny little tins.
Yes, and you could put like a gift card in it or something.
Yep, and these will have the McDonaldland characters printed on those tins, and then inside will be postcards, stickers, and more.
Oh, wow. The things I've always wanted.
Yeah,
I've
as an
always
adult.
wanted to collect tins. What in the world?
I feel like you just haven't grown up yet. You're just not an adult.
Maybe we should get like souvenir cups. Can we do that?
No.
McDonald's?
Mm-mm.
Please?
No, they did that one time, and that they're not doing that again. I posted out on my ex Twitter yesterday a story that was written by Jordan Love, quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. 8772 Radio U. And at the end of it, it had me like Terrell Owens crying. That's my quarterback.
Really?
That's my quarterback. Yeah.
Aww.
It was so, it's just emotional. Jordan Love kind of just shared his story, his journey of becoming an NFL quarterback, but along the way, like what he went through growing up.
Yeah.
A bunch of stuff that I did not know about. And he's been through a lot. Mm-hmm. When he was 14 years old, his dad, very unexpectedly to everybody, took his own life.
Oh, man.
And so at that time, he had wanted to give up on football. Understandably.
Yeah.
Like, he was just going through a lot, of course. And so he shared like what it was that kept him going, because also growing up, he wasn't the kind of quarterback that was like destined. Like, he was the backup for not just when he got to Green Bay, but he was the backup when he was in like high school for a long time too, before he finally got his shot. It wasn't like he was destined for the NFL or anything like that.
Right.
But he said there was, throughout his career, there's been two things that have kept him going, and eventually today that have led him to be the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. And that is his mom. Every single game that he's ever been a part of, even though so many of them he's been sitting on the sidelines, she's been at every single one.
Oh.
She says, if you're going to be there, I'm going to be there, which is so nice. And then also, it's the random encouragement he's gotten from people. He's mentioned several people that would say that, like, you know, like, you're going to do big things, or like he mentioned being on the Utah State football team with Ray Lewis's son, Ray Shad, who told him, like, you ever think about leaving early? And Jordan Love's like, leaving early? Like, we'd get in trouble. And he goes, no, like leaving early for the NFL draft. And Jordan Love's like, I don't even know if I'd make it in the NFL. You know, like these random compliments that build you up, that you're like, are they actually being serious?
Right.
Or are they just gassing me up? That is what like got him to where he was. It's not, it's people encouraging him in unexpected times, and his mom just never wavering and always being there.
Yeah.
And to me, those feel like glimpses of God to me. It feels like those are aspects of what Jesus does in our life, where when we're going through struggles, he is always there. Like Jordan Love's mom, he's going to be there. If you're there, he's there with you, no matter what. And while the world is ready to tear you down, there are many opportunities. You don't have to look far to find people that will discourage you.
Right.
Jesus always wants to tell you that you can accomplish more, that there is more that you can do with your life than what is happening right now, and encourage you and pull you through those moments where you're like, man, what's even the point of what I'm doing? And God will be like, no, you can do this and you can do more, and I'll be there with you through it all.
I absolutely love that analogy and love that story from Jordan Love. I've never heard, his background before, so it's cool to kind of hear more on his story, and I feel like that might be a similar one to a lot of guys that end up playing professional sports. But also, thinking of what you're sharing, I would encourage people to also think about the other side of it too. God may use you in moments to be that encourager.
Oh, yeah.
To say something small that you think is just nothing. It's just a compliment, a throwaway compliment almost. But yet you don't know how that will change and impact someone's life, someone's day down the line. So, let God use you in those moments. And also, if you're having a rough time and a rough go, then, there's those times that will help build you up. But also remember, as Hudson shared, God is with you through all of that.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. I thought it was really powerful to me, thinking about how those small words of encouragement can do so much for people.
Yeah.
And how God wants to build you up.
Right.
He doesn't want to tear you down. And so when you know you have Jesus with you, like that's something that will build you up. And so you can experience that and I was thinking too, like some people, Jordan Love was fortunate to have those people.
Right.
We aren't all that fortunate.
Yeah.
We aren't all fortunate to have a mom that is always there. We aren't all fortunate to have people around us that know, whether they know what they're doing or not, that are going to encourage us. But you can always have access to that with a relationship with Jesus. And all you need to do is say, hey, God, I want you in my life. I want to know that you're there and I need that encouragement. And he will be there with you through it all. If you want to know more, radiou.com/free gift. If you're getting ready to go back to school, particularly if you're getting ready for college starting here in a few days, you should probably know about this. It's GPT-0. It is a plugin. Yep. Have you heard of this?
I have not heard of this, but I know that there's technology out there that helps with things like this.
Yeah, this is like one of the most advanced ones that I've seen. It's called GPT-0, and it's like something that your teachers or professors could download like for analyzing your reports.
Yeah.
And what it does, I think it only works in Google Docs, but it will go back in time and show like basically sped up how you typed out the report, like the actual process of it being typed in of an essay or whatever.
Wow.
And so obviously if you just copy and paste something in particularly, it's going to be very obvious that you might have gotten that from ChatGPT.
Right.
Or if you asked some AI to write for you, it will be able to analyze the typing patterns and be able to tell just based off of that, forget about the actual wording of what's in it, that it could be AI, which could be problematic for you.
Yes, absolutely. It could be, you could get a fail on your exam, your paper, whatever you're doing if you are using ChatGPT. So this is a helpful tool to have and know that your professors could be using this.
Yeah, you need to be aware.
Right. And there's plenty of other ones that are completely free that I've actually used before just to see if articles are written by ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of stuff is getting written by like AI now, and you can just copy paste it over into one of these AI checkers and it'll let you know if it was human or AI that wrote this. And it actually is incredibly accurate.
Yeah.
So, definitely be aware of this if you're a student in college.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know what the percentage of people that, are going to be grading stuff.
Yeah.
Are going to, how far advanced they're going to be in what they decide to use to track whether you're using AI or not. But
I think a lot of college administrations are forcing professors to learn this technology.
You can't assume that you're one step ahead,
no.
I think. And while I definitely don't want to discourage people from using ChatGPT or whatever AI as a resource.
Right.
You don't want to just copy and paste from it for sure. And it like I said, a resource, not as just doing the work for you. And so my main advice would just be to not do that. Also, the way this works though, where it shows it goes back in time and shows how everything was typed out, even not using ChatGPT to literally write reports for me, I'd be so self-conscious about this.
Right.
Because I don't know how to type.
Oh, that's right.
You'd be so slow. Yeah.
It'd be like,
even sped up, it would be like, man, how long did it take it to write this?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, man. The more and more I think about it, the more and more I realize how crazy it is that I made it all through college without any AI.
I know. Isn't it crazy? But that's what people are saying. This was on TikTok, and people are saying in the comments, we all made it through college without AI. You can too. And
it's totally not impossible because I feel like I didn't put full effort into every single paper I wrote. And I still, made it, obviously. But the thought of it and the thought that people have access to this now, it's just mind blowing.
Yeah. I just think how much better I would have been in college if I just had ChatGPT doing stuff for me.
Yeah.
Or with me.
With you.
With me. We're doing Would You Rather Wednesday. The question, would you rather live at Hogwarts from Harry Potter or in Middle-earth from The Lord of the Rings? Let us know your thoughts. 877-2-RADIO-U. We can start with Sarah, who says, Middle-earth, main reason elves, specifically Tolkien's elves. What does that mean?
I guess just the elves that Tolkien made for the story. I don't know.
How are they different from Santa's elves?
I I guess there's definitely lore attached to them that obviously Tolkien came up with, but there's plenty of different examples of elves in other like fantasy stories that I think were inspired by Tolkien's like picture of elves.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. What about Trey? He says, Hogwarts, I feel like life expectancy in Middle-earth is demonstrably low compared to Hogwarts.
Yeah. I think that's honestly, I respect that decision. That's
you just want to live.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to live a longer life.
Yeah.
Heard from Regina. I love her honesty in this. She said, Middle-earth, New Zealand is beautiful. That's obviously where Lord of the Rings was filmed. Very gorgeous. It looks to be. I'd love to be able to visit someday too, Regina. And she says she's never watched Harry Potter and she doesn't really want to. So she was completely honest that Middle-earth is her her preference.
If we're counting New Zealand as Middle-earth, I feel like that makes it. But where is Hogwarts filmed? Where's Harry Potter?
Probably the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd rather live in New Zealand too. Sarah clarified, Tolkien elves are extremely good looking, tall, and beautiful.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's kind of how they are. They're like the high elves. Like they're very, they just look awesome. I mean, okay. Orlando Bloom.
He's an elf?
Yes, he's Legolas.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Dylan said, Hogwarts would be cool and safer, but I'd pick Middle-earth. Huge fan of the Hobbit trilogy. I like Lord of the Rings, but The Hobbit is better.
Ooh,
interesting thoughts from Dylan.
The Hobbit is very good, but I think a lot of people would argue with you on that one, Dylan. Also heard from, I think it's Marcus, who says that he would rather live in Middle-earth because he feels like if he lives in Hogwarts, it'll be like having AI take over everything, but with magic. We would become lazy having magic do everything, whereas with Middle-earth, you're still pretty hands-on.
Okay. And Michaela says Hogwarts work commute would be so much easier. You could fly.
That's fair. You could fly. Also, Quidditch looks like a lot of fun. I've heard from Thomas. He says he's never been a huge Harry Potter fan, so definitely Middle-earth. He also says he could get used to the Shire life.
I feel like we have, I wouldn't say Harry Potter haters necessarily, but there's definitely Harry Potter's catching some shade from these Lord of the Rings fans.
Yeah, I was going to say, it seems like if you are a fan of Lord of the Rings, here's the thing. Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien, it's like his life's work, basically. Put so much effort into it. Not saying J.K. Rowling didn't do that with Harry Potter, but there is this kind of a sense of like, it's a little more elevated of a story, maybe? So maybe that's why that's catching some strays here, Harry Potter.
What is, Allie, now we need to hear your choice, your informed decision.
I think I'd have to go with Middle-earth as well. I loved Lord of the Rings, and so just all of the adventure and stuff like that, I think it would be fun. But I do agree with some people pointing out that as far as a life worth living, maybe Hogwarts would be a little bit better because while you do have to deal with Voldemort, you're also dealing with Sauron in Middle-earth, and that's not very fun either. So... yeah.
I really have very little familiarity with either. I do understand that in Harry Potter at Hogwarts, like, kids die.
Yeah.
Like, at a school.
I was going to say there's consequences.
Why would you send your child there?
Right. There's consequences either or which story you pick of not living well.
At Hogwarts, the implication is that if I'm going to Hogwarts, I'm going to become a wizard, right?
Yes.
But I don't want to be a wizard. Aww. I don't care for wizards. I don't care for any of these fantasy things.
Yeah.
Dragons, fairies. These are not. I can
tell because you didn't even know Orlando Bloom was in Lord of the Rings.
But explain this to Lord of the Rings. If I'm just a regular guy in Lord of the Rings in Middle-earth, is Sauron going to mess with me or is he just going to kind of leave me alone? Like, what does he got to do with me?
I mean, it depends, I guess, because I feel like the story appeal of Lord of the Rings is that Frodo kind of is just a regular guy who gets caught up in this crazy adventure.
But that's his problem, not mine. And so I could just live a regular life.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm going Middle-earth.
Okay.
But I honestly have no interest in either. Julie says I'm Team Lord of the Rings.
I think Lord of the Rings won this one.
Yeah, I think it definitely did. The internet is up in arms over a time off request that was shared on Reddit. And I want you to react at 8772 Radio U. I'm going to read you this time off request.
Okay.
Let me know your thoughts.
Oh, boy.
This is a gal, an intern working at an AI company.
Oh.
And so she says, "Hi, feeling a bit overwhelmed with all the work, and my energy feels a little off. So not getting that vibe right now. I'll be out from July 28th through July 30th. Please don't miss me. Here's my train ticket number and attaching the booking slip for reference to. We'll talk soon. Bye."
What?
Yeah.
That's how they decided to do it.
Yeah, that's so casual.
It's super casual, but also, is there no official route to like request time off?
I don't even know when you're an intern.
That's true. I guess interns may have different rules. Just talk to your manager or whatever.
Yeah.
Or your supervisor. But I know for, any job I've had previously, it's always been like, okay, put your request in here. Mm-hmm. Don't just email something random to a boss. They're just going to forget that or it's going to get buried in their email.
Yeah, it depends on the job.
Yeah, that's true.
I think maybe it depends on your role when you're an intern. Like, do you even get time off?
Right.
Or are you not paid? And so you should you should really honestly just come in whenever you feel like it because you're not getting money anyways.
I hope not. I feel like unpaid internships have gone by the wayside because we realize how much of a farce those are. Yeah, it really is a scam. But I do think, it's kind of odd hearing that she works at an AI place and she didn't even ask ChatGPT to write her a time off request note, letter, anything.
Maybe they're not allowed to use other AI. They have to use their proprietary AI, but it's not ready yet.
It's not ready.
Yeah.
Or it printed that out for her. It spit that out.
It needs some work.
It's like, make this a super relatable, super Gen Z sounding email. And this is what ChatGPT came up with.
Now, what some of the people are pointing out, and I agree with, I feel like this is kind of what you're saying, is like, why do you even need to give a reason for time off? Like, if you have time off and you can take it, just take it.
Yeah, don't just be like, I'm super tired. I can't find the vibe, guys.
But that's not like she's just being extra honest. And some people are also just being like, just literally saying that like they just appreciate that she's just being so honest about it.
I mean, she is being honest in her own way. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. But yeah, definitely there's a more professional way to go about this. Even if this is the right way to request time off at this job, if it is like you need to email your supervisor, just be like, hey, I have a vacation coming up. Here's the dates. Can I have this time off? And because also I don't like the whole thing of like, okay, I'm gone, bye. Yeah. Instead of being like, is it okay if I take this time off?
It's not really a request is really the main problem, is that she wasn't feeling the vibe. And so then she's just like, so I booked a train ticket and I'm out of here for a while. Please don't miss me.
Who books a train?
I don't know. I think this, it might be in Europe.
Okay, maybe that makes a little more sense if that's the case.
I think it isn't probably in the UK because they put 28th July to 30th July.
Oh,
that's a European thing.
That is a European
silly
thing.
Europeans.
Yes.
So maybe this isn't like a Gen Z intern thing. This is just a UK thing.
Maybe.
One more thing that they've got wrong.
I think that this is probably more indicative of Gen Z, but yeah.
A new trend as women using a dating app in a way you definitely wouldn't expect. 8772 Radio U. They call it the Bob the Builder trend.
Aww.
It's using Hinge or whatever dating app of choice to find a guy to build furniture for you.
Oh, I actually kind of like this.
I mean, what is the end game? Like, is the end game literally just the guy builds the furniture?
If it's just to use him to build furniture, then that's not good. Mm-hmm. Girls, don't do that.
And there's literally an app for that, too, you could use instead of a dating app.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
For free? For free?
No, not for free.
Because I was going to say, I feel like this is like it's a date, but then, he ends up doing stuff for free.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the appeal of why girls would be doing this.
Yeah, it's not free to use, like, I think TaskRabbit lets you do this, or like something along those lines. I guarantee you there is an app that you can download that lets you hire a handyman, but you're right, it would not be free like Hinge.
It would not be free. And the reason why this has become a trend is because girls are posting videos of their roommates or of them trying this, either like putting a little prompt on like Hinge or something, like saying, hey, first date idea, maybe you come over to my new apartment, help me build furniture because I need help with that. And one girl did it and she's like, I am dead serious. And she actually got a lot of responses to this. And so, you know, it is kind of, in my opinion, cute if your idea is that you genuinely want to get to know this person and you're not just using him to get stuff done.
It feels like a real big jump in a relationship.
Yes.
Like,
to invite him over to your apartment?
Putting together IKEA furniture together has ended relationships, I guarantee.
Yeah, it can put things to the test.
So it feels like a big step forward.
Maybe that's a good thing. You see
just
how they
iron it out right away. Yeah.
Yes. Does he follow instructions? You know, is he gonna read the instructions?
Does he keep his cool
yes.
if there seems to be a part missing, or
apart.
he realizes he's done things out of order?
Right. I think this is a great idea. Yes. But the experts are sharing that this shows that, you know, girls might be looking for more of like a traditional relationship. Guys that can do, you know, the handyman type of thing. And apparently this has been up, stuff like this where girls are looking for more things like these.
Yeah.
Has been up since COVID. But I think it's really, nothing has changed. Girls are always looking for this.
We need to offer more as men. We can't just we got to bring something to the table.
Yeah. And I think guys actually genuinely like to build stuff, right?
Yeah. We do. Most of us. Yeah. A lot of us anyways.
So I think this is beneficial for the guys and the girls.
I mean, it is. I still feel like it is kind of a wild first thing to do together.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna knock it.
No, I would never invite a guy over to my apartment for the first date. Like, I would be too scared to do something like that. But if we're like a few dates in and you're genuinely starting to like this person, then why not give this a go?
I think, I say try it.
Try it out.
Yeah, just try it. It's a spin-off of the Home Depot meeting a man trend.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. This is just like the Home Depot couple where the girl went to Home Depot and claimed she had a picture she was trying to hang up, and it was an excuse to get, the guy's number or whatever, but it worked out for them. They're still dating.
That can be so intimidating though, like trying to do stuff in person where on a dating app, you can still get the same kind of result. If you don't approach it in the traditional way of just trying to start a conversation and instead go like, hey, I need something built for me, I think it could really work. And this is a Canadian throwback, but Red Green was right.
Red Green
on the Red Green show always would say, if a woman can't find you handsome, she should at least find you handy.
Oh, yes, that is very, very true.
He was right. You should watch the Red Green show sometime.
Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.